are at Tuesday, and I'm just getting on here because there hasn't really been much going on at all. It's been rather boring, but it's been so nice and calming. So, did nothing this past weekend. We went, had to change my grocery shopping day now till Saturday because I am working Friday. So, um, oh, I forgot to put these back. So what was I going to say about that? So I had to change my shopping day. So it was kind of nice though because I made my husband go with me. So I was like, hey, you want to, I guess all these go in here. I don't know what I was thinking. Wait, let me just check. Okay. So I'm like, you want to just go, we'll just go shopping Saturday mornings now. So we leave early in the morning and we just hit the grocery store and come home. So it was kind of nice. And it's nice having help, that's for sure. So we did that Saturday and then we were home the whole day. Sunday we went to church, took down our decorations in our chapel from Christmas and came home, and that was it on Sunday. So of course I did stuff around here. If you come in here, you got to be quiet. You're going to be quiet. So I worked in this room, did some stuff. I had a pair of pants of Roman's that needed sewed in the crotch, of course. So I sewed those. I did a couple of things in here, just working on just like little things, trying to get little things done, you know. What else did I do? We did laundry between Ray, me, and Roman. Whoever was downstairs changed it, and Roman always brings it up for me so I can fold it and stuff. And that was it. I did cook on Sunday, and I will be cooking today. So I'm going to show you our ingredients. We have been doing fantastic on the freezer challenge. Absolutely fantastic. I was just looking at my menu today for the month, and there was only one meal we didn't have so far this month. And we only didn't have it because we had so many leftovers. So we were like, well, let's not cook something else. Let's have leftovers. So I'm really happy about that. So freezer pantry challenge is going fantastic. All I did buy from the store was vegetables and fruit and buttermilk, because I make my own ranch dressing. And what did Ray want that he got? I can't even remember. I'm trying to think, what did he want? It was, oh, steak sauce. His mom used to make, we had a round steak Saturday night for dinner, and Ray wanted to cook it. So, and he said his mom always used something called steak sauce to cook it in. Well, we found it. They had it. It was just called steak sauce. So that's what else we got other than fruits and vegetables and buttermilk. So, so we just did that kind of stuff around the weekend. Last week work, so busy. We are unbelievably busy. Yesterday, oh my gosh. So we were like, it was crazy busy. I had so much stuff to do. And then I started a project on Friday. So you know how you have for funerals, like the tails on the ribbon will have like mother, father, grandmother, godfather, whatever, you know, nana, papa, whoever it is that passed away, and whatever they call them. We have the gold names, and they get stapled on the ribbon. So my boss was, the one girl was going through it, and she was like, oh my gosh, since I haven't been here, because she used to work full time there, but then she was going to school for teaching, and she got a teaching job, so she's not working there anymore. But she was like, oh my gosh, since I haven't been here, this is a mess, and blah, blah, blah. And so he was like, Edie, next week, he's like, maybe we can go through this and straighten it out. I'm like, and it was Friday, like about 4 o'clock. And I was like, well, I have time right now. I said, do you want me to do it right now? Start it right now? He's like, oh yeah. So I started it. Well, I got over halfway done with it. And then it was time to go. And everybody was leaving and nobody was staying late because, sorry, I'm just trying to get a book here. Nobody was, why are you stuck? Okay. Nobody was staying late because there was a big basketball game that night, big tournament, and of my son's school. And my son, our boss, is a big alumni of my son's school. So he was going out to eat and then with his brother and then going to the game. So, he wanted to go right away. So he was like, we're all leaving at 5:30. We're all leaving. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So I said, well, I'll finish this Monday. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'll finish that. But I knew first thing first, we do orders, you know, and then we do like stuff like that when we're done. So I thought, oh, I'll be able to probably get to that by noon or so. No. We had so many orders, and I'm one of the only designers there on Monday, which I love so much. It's just such a nice, calm day. I mean, it was, even though we were busy, it was calm, and I just feel like I can get so much stuff done. So I got a ton. I got all the orders done, and so finally I was like, oh my gosh, I can finally get to this project. So I did finish that. So that was kind of nice. I inventoried it for him so that he knows what he's got. So that was a project I did. And then I just worked on trimming some roses and stuff, and till the day was done. But so today was my day off, and my husband and I went to, so a friend of ours, their son, he's real big into Polish history stuff, and he was born with cerebral palsy, and he's in a wheelchair and stuff. So his whole life, all he's done is like research his Polish history, and he's got so much stuff, like books and pictures, and I mean tons and tons of stuff. And so he has a display right now at it's not a museum, okay, it's called the Watson Curtsey Mansion. It's in our downtown, and so there's a room, and he has all his stuff, not all of it, but a good portion of his stuff on display. And what it is it's the history of how the Polish churches came about in Erie, and how, you know, how they broke off from one another and all that. It was very interesting. Things I didn't even know. There's a club. It's called the Pulaski Club, and it's like a couple blocks from our church. And here there was a church that was built, and they tried making a go of it. It was a Polish church, and they ended up bankrupting and stuff and went out of business. And the social hall became the Pulaski Club. I didn't even know that. And then the two Polish clubs. So there's a Polish Falcon's Nest 123, and there's a Polish Falcon's Nest 610. 610 is the one I always work at. But I didn't realize both of them were founded by priests. So I thought that was interesting. So I found a lot of interesting stuff there. Just some fun tidbits I thought I would share. But so we went and finally saw this display. It's been on display. It's only on display till the end of this month. But it's been there for 2 months already. So I think it'll be on display for 3 months. And so we finally went, because he keeps bugging me about going. And I'm like, I know, we got to find time. I know. So we finally decided to go down today. And then we went out to lunch, because we have a lot of gift cards. And so we went to lunch. I got a club sandwich. Ray got a ham sandwich and a cup of soup. And I brought half my sandwich home. And that was it. So then I went to the bank and put my paycheck, mine and Roman's, in the bank. So one of my subscribers has been asking me how I do my savings for my money. So I'm going to show you what I do. I thought I had done this before, but maybe not. So let's say my paycheck was $100, just to make it simple. So I have this pouch of money here, okay? It is all fake money. It's just paper money, okay? So what I'll do is I'll take, like, okay, my paycheck was $100. So I'm going to take 10 $10 bills. $7, $8, $9, $10. So I'll take 10 $10 bills. Then I'm going to take my booklet I have of envelopes, okay? So my first one is my dog, Oliver. And so Oliver, we depleted Oliver in November because he goes to the vet in November, and I had a little over $500 earmarked for him, and almost all of that went. What was left was $70. You see, I brought the 70. I always start a new sheet once I deplete my envelopes most of the time. And his was pretty written on. So, because I'll take money out for groomer, and then I add money, take money out for this, and add money. So anyway, so I started a new sheet for him. And so it started with $70 because that's what I had left after we paid the vet. And then I added 30 to it, and then we added 20, and then we added 40, and then we added another 40. So right now he has $200. I like to have between $500 and $600 in here by November when I take him to the vet. So then what I do is I'll put my fake money in my envelope. I don't have to do this. It's just, I just want to see it. I want to, and then this way I'm like, okay, well, I can't spend it because I need that for this, and that's where it's at. Now, if I do like spend it, if something would happen and I have to deplete my envelopes, which has happened before, then I take all the money out and I re-put it in my bag, and then we start over. So, but the money's all in the bank. I don't keep money here. I do have a safe. We have 2 safes actually. But I don't have cash on hand like this. I do go to the Mac machine or the ATM or whatever we call it these days to get money out because I like to pay cash. I also do keep cash in my wallet. But anyway, so I put fake money in here. So that's all I do to keep track of what I have. So like this one is for Oliver. The next one I have is plants. So you can see there, I hope you can see, like I depleted it in, I don't know, probably last May or so. And then I started over because it wasn't very much on this paper. And then for plants, I usually add $5 here and there. I don't do a lot. This is mostly for like the seeds for our garden and stuff. It's not for my outdoor plants because that's in a different category. So, and then I just have my fake money in here. And then like, oh, haircut. I'm going to need to get a new paper for this one because the front's already done. So I'm working on the back now. And, so that's always an in and out envelope because Roman gets his haircut every like 6 weeks. I get mine done, not as often, but, and then this one is our gas, and that's gas for our cars. So, and so I have 500 in that envelope, fake money, but it's, so I have 500 in the bank earmarked for gas. So I feel that is fully funded right now. So when I do use it, I will take, the money out and I'll take my fully funded out. I haven't had to bust into this just yet, but I will because gas, you always have to buy gas. And then like, here is my next one. So my next one is birthdays. Okay. So what I have is I have a tab for everybody's birthday. I'll show you. Everybody that we buy for, I have a little tab with their name on it. And then I have the money, the fake money behind it. So like for Ray, Roman, I have $50. For my mom, I have 50. And then that's it. That's all I have for birthdays because that's all we're buying for anymore. But then I have an emergency envelope, and that has $350 earmarked for it, and there's my envelope with my fake money. So what I'll do is I'll take my fake money and I'll say, okay, like my paycheck was 100. So I know right away I'm going to put into emergency. I don't know if medical's not in this one. I have one that has medical. I have 3 of these. I have a purple, pink, and blue. Yeah, like here's my medical. So, and this is just for like co-pays and stuff. And then there's my sheet. So right now earmarked for medicals, $670. So I put $10 in medical today. Just to, I want to get that up to a couple thousand just in case, you know. So that's what I do. I just take my fake money, and I use a lot of fives and tens, and then once it starts getting really thick, then I'll change it out for bigger bills. But mostly fives and tens. I just got this fake money off of Amazon. I started doing this a year of COVID. I just thought, you know, I wanna save money a different kind of way, and this was so much fun to do. So that's all I do. I just take fake money, and then I just keep. Let me think. Where is my budget binder? Right here. So I'll take I have a budget binder, and then I have all the months in there. And what I do, so the beginning of the month, we'll have if I could find it. Come on. Oh, my fingers are so hard to turn pages on stuff, you know? So I have like our account, how much my check was, and but I don't have like a balance on my bank account in here or nothing. I just write what my check was for so that I know, then I can pull my money. Now I round it, so if it was like 110 or 112, it's $110 or stuff like that. And then that's how I do it. That's just I mean, I do keep track of my bank account balance, but I don't not right here where I'm keep track of my check amount. But and then every so often I will add up, like I'll write down all my envelopes and what I have in it just to see how much I have like saved, and it's amazing to me. The other thing I do, I forget what binder it's in. I thought it was blue, but it's never the blue one. It's not the pink. Is it the purple? No, where is it? Hold on a minute. Oh, yeah, it's the pink. So here's my challenge. My one challenge called Deck of Savings. So what I'll do is, before I usually put any money in my envelopes, I have this savings thing. And it's just a deck of, it's not real cards or anything. It's homemade cards. And they have an amount on them. And some of them will have like a calculator on them, or a money sign. And they all have different amounts, you know. So what you do is you draw a card. If it has her logo, which you can barely see it, but it's in the corner, the IL, it's called Intentional Living. If it has the logo, you don't do nothing. Just stuff the $20 in your envelope. That's it. If it has the calculator, which is that one, it's round your card up by $5. So this would be $55. And then if it has the money logo, the $2 bill, I think it is, yeah. The $2 bill, then you draw another card and you stuff that card too. So it's kind of fun to do. I'm down to this many cards left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 more cards left in this deck of cards of her little savings to do. And I believe this saves $1,000. It's either $1,010 or $1,110. It's a weird amount, but I've done it before because this is what I did last year and saved, and that's what I paid for Ray's retirement party on. So so I have that fun savings challenge. I also do the 50 envelopes and can show you those. These I do not stuff though. I just mark it with a Post-it, but they're a little envelope, and you save, like that one's $62, and they're numbered 1 to 100. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I had to take that call. So anyway, I bought these. I don't really use them. I don't put fake money in it. I just keep. Where did I put my book? I just keep record in my book. What did I do with my book? I just had it here. Hold on. What did I just do with my budget just had it here. Oh my gosh, am I losing my mind? Oh. So I just keep track in a page in here. I just listed 1 to 100. As I fill it, I check it off. I'm up to, what was that, 57. So so that's how I do things. That's just the new challenges I got that I showed you a couple weeks ago. I have them in this book here. Now these I'll just scratch off, and then I put the money behind it. Remember, it's all fake money, but and then I just, at the end, what I will do, because I don't know how much these will save, so what I will do at the end is I will figure out where I want to put it. Like if I want to put it in a medical, then I'll add it to my medical, you know. So I don't keep track of those kinds of things. I just save. So that's it. Like I said, one of my subscribers was like, can you show me or tell me how you do your envelopes and how you save? That's how I do it. I just bought fake money off of Amazon. I keep it in this envelope, and then this way I feel like I have the money and I'm not going to spend it unless I have to spend it. Now, like when I take Oliver to the groomer, I will go to the Mac machine and I get $70 out. And then when I come home from the groomer, I will come to my envelope and I'll put -70, and I'll take the 70 out and put it back in this envelope until I stuff next time. Now, I used to stuff, of course, I haven't been working at the club because, you know, I backed out of working there. So I used to get paid cash there. So that money would just go right into the bank, and then, you know, I would stuff that. And then, like off of Ray's paychecks, I used to, I'm strictly doing my paychecks right now. I don't do anything with Ray's. They're all in the bank. They just stay in the bank. All our bills and stuff are all automatic withdrawal. So we don't, you know, I don't write checks or anything like that. I do, in my book, keep track of of course, let's see if I can find it. I keep track of the bills. I got this budget book off of Amazon, but I'll keep track of like the electric and the water bill, and they're for January, and then I just put the amount and what date they came out of our account. So that's what I do. It's pretty simple. I don't know where my dog is at. I don't want to run him over. I thought he was in here, but maybe not. So, that's what I do. I don't really get to use like the 50s and 100s too much because a lot of times I end up having to use my envelopes before I get to that point. So, but sometimes I do. So hope that answers that question, or that helps with that. But I'm going to, I also have other envelopes I save, like our taxes. But like I said, I have no cash here, but I keep this separate because I don't know why. I just do. I didn't have enough room in my binder, so I kept that one separate. This is another savings challenge I'm doing, and I got this off of, all my savings challenges I get off of Intentional Living, is her YouTube channel. So she had like January, and it's 20, 10, 10, 5, and 15. And then as you save it, you check it off and you put it in the envelope that it's with. This one I think was this was 1,000, and I think this one was the 1,010, and the other one was 1,110. This money that I still, now, like, she only did this for a year. Well, I reuse it because I'm like, I like doing this. So I'm doing it again this year, and I'm actually up to, I think I'm up to May. Yeah, because I got this done pretty early last year too. So I'm up to May in savings. So what I did is I just did it in red this year, but I thought I could just take the amount off, you know, or take the, just wipe the blue check off, but I can't. So now I'm just making it an X when I do it. So I know that that's where I'm at. But I did this one and I really enjoyed doing this one too. I think she has a new one on there. It's the same thing. So yeah, so that's how I save my money. It doesn't always work as planned, that's for sure, because last fall, my 100 envelopes, I had almost, I was almost to 100, and which was, when you get to 100, it'll be $5,050, right? $5,050, yes. I almost had it done. I was getting really excited, and our air conditioning went, so I had to pull that money, and I used a couple other envelopes to make it, to get a new air conditioner, because it was almost $5,000. So, but I was very proud that it was all my money that I used to buy it. So, yeah, so that's how I do my envelopes. I don't find it to be confusing or hard at all. I mean, the money's in the bank. I just keep, basically, I'm just keeping track of the money I have in the bank. And I have it earmarked for certain things, but when it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And that's okay. So, now I'm going to be tired because it's afternoon. Almost 3 o'clock, so I got to get going with dinner. But, so I think that was it for now. So I'm going to put in Sunday's ingredients, what I used. I had already put the meat in the Instant Pot, so I took a picture of it in there. And then I'll take a picture of tonight's. We're having oxtails tonight. So with our cow, we asked for the oxtails, and actually we got everybody's oxtails. All the people that ordered the cows at the same time we did, none of them wanted their oxtails, and so we got all of them. So my husband loves oxtails. They're actually very good. It's just beef. So I pressure cook them. I have a recipe from Ray's dad, and all it is tomato juice, oxtail. There's like mustard powder, garlic powder, bay leaf, I'm trying to think what else is in it. I think Worcestershire sauce. It's just stuff like that, and you just pressure cooker them, and they come out really good. And then make mashed potatoes and some sort of vegetable. I gotta go downstairs and get that. So that is what's for dinner. So I'll show you those. I'll show you Sundays, and I'll show you Sunday we had stew beef meat. And I pressure cooker that too, and it always comes out so melt in your mouth delicious. It was so good. But I haven't been actually doing a lot of the cooking. Ray's been doing a lot of it, so I'm gonna try to get him to, you know, put the ingredients out and take a picture for me. But, you know, just know that we have been doing so good. And I actually went into our freezers over the weekend, because I made broccoli cheese soup on Sunday, and I had everything here to make that. And I made my dog his food, and I had everything here to make that. Because after Thanksgiving, they had sweet potatoes on sale, so I had picked up a package of those. Oh gosh, I picked up a bag of those, and so that's why I used in his dog food. So I had already had that. I had the salmon, the pumpkin puree, the chicken, the kale, the green beans, the carrots, the rice. I had everything. So I made his doggy food. So he's set for another 6 weeks. I do have to make doggy treats though. So probably Thursday I'll get to that. Oh my gosh, I don't know why. All of a sudden I'm yawning. I need to get something to drink, I think, and do that. But what else has been going on though? I think that's about it. It is so windy here. I'm so sick of wind. It's not even funny. It is so windy. Um, and then it's nice though. It's like 44 degrees out, but that's it. Tomorrow it's going to start off nice, rain, turn into snow, and then we're going to be in the teens for a few days. Then we'll have a little warm up over the weekend, but then it's supposed to be really cold next week. So we really, really need that cold though, especially for our ground, for our plants and everything else. So we need that cold. But when it's windy, it always feels colder in my house. I don't know. Um, so, but I think that's it. You'll see my food, and that'll probably end this video. Can't think of anything else that has been going on. Oh gosh. Roman's play is next week. So Sunday starts tech week, and he'll be busy all week with that. And then, can you hear that wind? I don't know if you can hear it. It is so windy. There's all kinds of stuff flying by my window here, leaves and stuff. My neighbor's garbage bin door is open and banging back and forth. I have been doing very well eating. I've been taking a salad to work and a yogurt and a cheese stick. I actually got myself some Laughing Cow cheese, and because I'm just not getting enough protein. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm just not getting enough protein at lunch though with my salad and stuff. But I forget about things like Sunday night. I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I forget about boiled eggs? I'm like, so I got my egg cooker out and I boiled 6 eggs to have in my salads this week. So I got those. So yesterday I had my chicken breast, just the deli kind that you buy, like the Hillshire Farms. I had chicken breast. I had the egg, tomato, cucumber. Then I had my yogurt. I had a Laughing Cow cheese wedge on a couple club crackers. I had a cheese stick. And that was everything I had for lunch yesterday. And that actually kept me full till dinner. Just my salad alone and a cheese stick just wasn't doing it for me. And I only had 2 club crackers with no, I had 3 with the wedge of cheese, because I cut the cheese in 3. And that held me over. And I had strawberries and a banana. And then for the morning I just had a bagel with cheese. I didn't have like my breakfast sandwich, but I was running out of time, so I just took a bagel with some cheese. So that held me though till dinner. Last week I was like 4:30, starting to get like really hungry at work, and I'm like, don't eat the crap food, don't eat the crap food. Wait till you get home for dinner. So that's what I did. But I've been taking 2 cheese sticks. I've only been eating 1. But then if I start getting hungry like late in the afternoon, I'll eat the other one. So I've been doing really good though with eating, and really, really good with my water. So that all helps, you know. So I'm gonna go get me, oh my goodness, some water now, and put all my books away and go from there. So that is it for today. So I will be back Thursday for a weigh-in, and hopefully more food. Tomorrow we're just having chicken. And Thursday, what are we having? Oh, no, what are we? Thursday we're having a chuck roast. Friday is just leftovers. I've got to have a day in the week where there's leftovers, because we just end up with too much leftover. And I don't want it to waste anything, and it's just better to have a leftover night. So that's what I'm doing. But Sunday, is it this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday we have a prime rib. Now this I won it at the club at a raffle, and it's a really big piece of meat. So I need to look up to see, one, how to cook a prime rib, and two, how to, what kind of, to season it, like stuff like that. So I need to look up a good recipe for a prime rib, and we're going to do that on Sunday. So, because Roman has play practice, I believe from 12 till 3, if not longer. So we won't be able to eat early dinner this week, but that's okay. We'll eat. Oh, my cord has a nice little gouge in it. Wonder how that happened. But anyway, he will be coming home later, so we're just gonna eat later, which is good because that'll give me all afternoon to prepare this prime rib. So so that is it. So have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you see this, and I'll see you for weigh-in on Thursday.